Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. So today looks a little different than yesterday. No? A bunch of you sent in some just incredible photos of just some downed trees, etc., that I just kind of wanted to take a quick look at here before we get started on our topic, which is, of course, after the storm, now what? So let's take a look at some of these viewer submitted photos. So thank you again so much for sending these in. Look at this. So clearly a downed tree near power lines. I don't know if it's on power lines. Then we have this photo. This is, I believe, 51st in Decatur. But yeah, a tree clearly falling into a house, and another one here. So it looks like what's left of this tree, right? Now a stump that property owners unfortunately have to deal with. So the question is, what are we doing now, right? So we survived the storm, and now it's time to clean up. Joining us from the Better Business Bureau now is Tristan. Tristan, thanks so much for joining us again at the Alert Center this afternoon.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course. So we survived a totally different day, and you're from Omaha, so this is nothing new to you, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, of course, in Omaha, we get 75 degrees earlier in the week, followed by a hailstorm that turns into a blizzard.
Yeah, of course we do. So, you know, and depending on the severity of storms, I mean, this one was really big for power outages, et cetera, but those photos that I just kind of showed our audience today, you know, what are some best practices for cleaning up after some of these storms hit and after you're dealing with the downed trees, maybe into your home or a broken window, et cetera? We're talking about contractors, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, number one, the start is just to make sure that everyone's safe, make sure that you have everything needed in case you do need to evacuate or go to a hotel. Outside of that, when it comes to cleaning up and finding a good contractor, our first thing is we recommend is to go to bbb.org and search for a trusted business, whatever you need, whether it's a roofer, whether it's tree cleanup, tree services. There's so many great accredited businesses around the area that do a great job. So we recommend you go to the bbb.org, find a business that you think resonates with you, but also search for a few, get a few estimates and find one that works for you in your price range, and make sure to check the contracts and read them prior to signing anything.
Yeah, that's always super good advice. So again, when you're kind of doing your research, maybe you're hanging out with your family and on your computer, your laptop, like these two here with that little cutie. But yeah, you want to really kind of connect and make sure that the person who you're chatting with is really the person you're talking to, is really somebody who is accredited by the BBB, and again, the website there. So you want to kind of get back to the norm, right? So hiring a contractor specifically, are there any red flags you can think of off the top of your head as far as, you know, I wouldn't, you know, enlist someone to clean up my property if X, Y, or Z?
Absolutely. So to begin with, there's a lot of storm chasers. Unfortunately, they're not the people that we watched in Twisters. There's storm chasers who are contractors or scammers that will come from out of town when a storm hits a certain area, and they'll possibly go from door to door trying to get your business. So they'll show up at your door and say, "Oh, it looks like you need your roof fixed, or it looks like you need new siding." When they're doing this, they're doing it to make a quick buck. So some door-to-door contractors can be really great. They can be accredited, but often if they come to your door and they're asking, "Oh yeah, we'll do this in the next week. We'll get this done right away." Usually it's because they're going to be out of town. So if there are any issues with your roof after they fix it, they're already gone. They can't come back and fix it. So along with that, make sure to get the contract, read it over, and don't pay it fully upfront. Make sure to, if you pay it half in advance, make sure you're paying with your credit card. Don't pay in cash, because once you pay that cash, it's gone. And
Right.
then once the project is complete that you need done, then make sure all of it is done right. And then following that, you can process your payment.
Yeah, okay. And, you know, we're talking about what to do after the storm, but again, just want to remind people, I mean, how important is preparedness before something like this happens, right? I mean, as you mentioned when we first started discussing this topic, I mean, safety is really number one.
Yes, absolutely. I think you need to, one, watch the news, make sure you're prepared for what is on the way. Um, on Tuesday, thought it was beautiful outside and thought there's no way that we get any snow tomorrow. So make sure that you're watching the news, making sure the people around you, whether they're elderly or children, are somewhere where they can be safe or have somewhere to go. And then don't worry so much, right, about, oh, I need my roof fixed. Make sure that everything's safe. Make sure that you have enough food, water, and everything that will set you up for the week following.
Yeah, good call, good call. And some tips, just general tips that kind of I take with me, whether I'm hiring a contractor or kind of looking for a good flight deal. But talk about the pressure, right? So if somebody's pressuring you, what advice would you give?
Yeah, if someone's pressuring you, like we talked about before with scams and stuff, is take a step back, take a deep breath, and realize that you have time to make a decision. There's so many businesses, especially scammers or not great businesses, that will be like, you need to make a decision right now, sign here, and let's get it done. Read over the contract, get a few estimates from different businesses, and if there is a business that gives you a extremely low estimate, it might
Mhm.
look great, but it might be because they're just trying to make a quick buck and the business they're doing isn't going to be done right.
Sure, sure. And then just any three just very quick tips you can give people. So, if somebody's just kind of joining us right now, I mean, what are the top three things that people can do if they've been affected by yesterday's storm?
Yes. Number one, go to bbb.org and you can search for a contractor in your area for any source that you need, whether it's painting, siding, windows, roof, tree removal. Go to bbb.org, we'll help you out. Also, get multiple estimates on whatever project you need. Don't just reach out to one business and they say, yeah, we'll do it, and they're charging you a whole bunch and maybe they're not accredited. Make sure you get a few estimates so you know which business is best for you. And then lastly, take your time. Don't be in such a rush. I know that everyone wants things fixed just like that right away. But if you want things done right, you got to find the right people to do it. And we have a lot of accredited businesses in Omaha that can do it right.
That's perfect. Very well said, Tristan. Thank you so much for your time. Nice to see you again at the Alert Center.
Yes, thank you so much.
Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the sunshine while we have it.
Will do.
All right, cool. Okay, so if you are just joining us, we just heard from Tristan with the Better Business Bureau on basically, okay, yesterday's storm was crazy, right? And then today it's beautiful, but if you are like so many of us who lost power, I mean, just hundreds of thousands of people throughout our area did lose power. What's the next best step? If you have, some fallen trees, some power line issues, hopefully you and your family are safe, but the bbb.org is where we're recommending you go to take a look at the latest and greatest there. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what is in store for Omaha weather today. Well, let's take a live look outside at our Blackstone camera now. Thankfully, meteorologist Jarrett Lansford says it's going to be mostly sunny today. This is a beautiful, beautiful shot looking downtown. We're expecting a high of 44 degrees. Tonight, expect those clouds to come back in, a low of 36. And then Friday, let's take a look at 144th and Dodge while we chat about Friday into the weekend. Friday, mostly cloudy and windy with spotty light evening showers. So a high of 56 on Friday. So not cold out there, so that's good. And another just beautiful shot of the metro. Traffic clearly flowing smoothly here. You can see the remnants of the snow kind of melting. Not a cloud in the sky in this shot, so we'll take it. And lastly, as we head into the weekend, Saturday, Jarrett says mostly cloudy and breezy out there with a high of 62. I will take it. Another shot for you of 90th and Dodge right here. So just a gorgeous shot there. You can see the roads looking kind of slick from that snow melt, but thankfully no ice. That's really what we were concerned about last night into early this morning. So some good news there. I will say, you can always get the latest and greatest from our website. That's firstalert6.com. You can kind of see the breaking news story from the breaking news banner that we're following here and some closings and delays. I always tell people to look at the upper half of the website for what's happening now. So, and you can scroll down and I'll kind of leave that as a web extra for you if you're interested. But in the interim, just want to say thanks so much for joining us at the Alert Center, and we will have all the latest news and weather for you available for our broadcast at 3 o'clock. We'll see you then.